Hi all, this is a quick show on how to create a chat room for your students to use, whether it be for a review that you take part in later or you're just trying to set up a chat room for students to work in after school or over the weekend or something. This is my basic Gaggle page right here. The area at the very top is your jump to menu. That's where you can get to a lot of your different personal things. This is where your digital locker is. Access to message boards, access to the chat rooms. This is where you get to your profile page. There are blogs on here, but we haven't started using them yet. And Velocity, which is a new interface that will be released hopefully pretty soon here by Gaggle.net. It still has a lot of errors on it, and there are certain things you have not, but have not been able to do. Like for example, we do not want to use Velocity yet to do any kind of chat because while you can set up chat rooms, and you have to specify users in the Velocity user face for the chat rooms. There's no way to access chat logs from the Velocity interface yet that I found out, so we're going to kind of stay away from Velocity for now. But if I want to go ahead and set up a chat room, instead of the school administrator page, school administrator tab, and below it, there's the button that says Edit Chat Rooms, so I'm going to go and click on that. Below you'll see a list of all the chat rooms that are currently set up, and you'll see the number of users who are in them, who was the owner creator of that, and then the access level. The access level signifies who it is that is able to have access to this. Real quick, I'm just going to create a brand new one for us, and this is going to be called a test chat room. And I'm going to go ahead and click Create Room. And once the room is set up, I see that it's been successfully added, and now I can go ahead and change some different features in it. Here I can are the different levels I have. Like I mentioned earlier, if you like to specify users, then that means you can say I just only want these 5 students to have access to the room. Or these 10 or this class, or you can have all users. But then once I'm done making a change, I want to click update, and then below where it says specify users, oh, it's going to let me. Good. Here I get under specified users, I can add and remove users. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to create a test chat room, and I'm just going to add 8th graders. So below I'm going to add under specified users, I want to go to, let's do all. Let's sort by graduation year because I want to do all 8th graders. So 8th graders graduate in 2009. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and these are all of my 8th graders. And I'm going to do select all because I want all of my 8th graders. I'm going to click update. Now what this means is I now have created a chat room called test. It's for specified users, and my specified users are all the ones that have been checked down here. Excuse me. When I'm done, I can update, and then I can leave, and my chat room will be set up. Once I click update, once I've created the room is 100% live. So when students go to check out the chat room, they'll be able to see it. Okay, so that's a real quick down and dirty way of creating the chat room. Now once you've created the chat room and once students have been in the chat room, then it generates what are called chat logs. Now to view a chat log, I'm going to go back and choose a different chat room. Since the one we just created doesn't have a chat log yet, since no one has been in, I'm going to go back and I'm just going to show you a different room and see the chat log there. I'm pretty sure this was Heath's Chapter 2 Science Review. I'm pretty sure that was for his. Let me take a look and see it, view his chat log. And when I see the chat log, it's just an arbitrary name. Notice here that this is 9/24. Yeah, this is just a random arbitrary name. The date that it was last modified, which most likely will be the date the last user logged into the chat room, and then its file size. To view it, I'm just going to click on it, and then I'll open it. And this is an example of the chat. It shows the date time-stamped, where those times are Pacific, and shows who was in the room and what was said, and things like that. Now from here, you could copy and paste this into a Word document. You could go through here and have students pick out important themes during the chat. However it is you want to be able to use the chat log. But that's kind of the down and dirty on how to use a chat. When you create a chat, go to Edit Chat Rooms. If you want to join the chat, you can either go back from the individual chat room itself and join the chat here, or what you can do is you can go from your jump to menu to chat, and now you have access to the chat rooms. As educators, we have access to more chat rooms than other students do. So here are our St. John's chat rooms. Now this shows us all the chat rooms that we should have available to us. Now those students, any chat room marked all users will be viewable to all users. Students will have an option here for specified users. So if they have been specified as an individual user to be in a chat room, they will recognize that chat room. They'll go find that chat room under specified users. So that's kind of the down and dirty of it. So let me go ahead and here's my test chat room. I'll go ahead and click in it and it'll give it just a second to load. The chat rooms all run with a base of what is called Java. The Java platform you see loading right here should already be installed on your computers, and if it's not, let me know. Like for some reason right here, it just aired out on me, and my application failed. And that's probably why Amber couldn't get in the other night. Excuse me. But anyways, that's a down dirty, and when life is running well, the chat room should appear right here.